I'm Larry Rebillot, and proud alumnus of the Bluecoats. I joined the drum corps in September of '74 as a soprano or a trumpet. Um, Marched with the drum corps until 1981 when I was drum major for both 80 and 81. And have continued to pretty much do this every day of my life since. So thank you, Bluecoats, for giving me the life that I have. So I started teaching. I aged out with another drum corps in '83 because we did not have the Bluecoats in '83. And I was able to march top 12 with another drum corps, the Bridgemen, who were no longer around either. But it was nice to come back in '85 and teach in '85 and '86 and get the ball rolling again. And then just moving on after that and came back in 2000. And now I've been on the board of directors since 2011 and just proud that that's what I'm able to offer to the organization again. Being that voice of experience of having done this now all my life and being able to bring that perspective to the other board members that are more just in the community and love the organization and want to give back to be a part of that. One of those things, especially when you're back in this area, you just realize how the influence of something that you joined when you were a kid, and I was a legacy member. My father marched with the founders of the Bluecoats in the VFW Corps in Canton in the late 30s before they went off to World War II. So to me, being shoved on the bus when I was 13 was part of growing up and never even looked back. Yeah, and the differences between today and then were pretty drastic. I often talk about the fact that there were times in the '70s that we had jobs in the summer and we were responsible for only coming on weeknight rehearsals and every weekend and not be sequestered away for 3 or 4 months of the summer. But we also were a community-based organization that practiced every Tuesday and Sunday. We would see people all the time. We were friends pre-social media. And we hung out, we were friends, and we went to college together. We did other things. And it's so fun to know that today on Facebook or at the alumni events, seeing people that we marched with 30, 40 years ago now is just amazing to me. And so proud of where we've come, not only as an organization, but also just who we are in the world of pageantry today. Proud to see Bluecoat shirts at band rehearsals and at shows and random WGI events, and just can't even fathom the fact that we're still alive and thriving as an organization. It's home for me because I don't live here anymore, but it's that feeling that we still get, whether it's years later. So that community, that family, and I know it sounds ironic, but it's true. I believe many organizations have that same goal of their alumni and their whole feel of their organization to have that. I don't know that many ever get there. And I know that we do. We have a family, and it doesn't matter if you marched in the '70s or the '80s or the '90s. How the Corps grew up in the 2000s, not only just changing year after year and giving us something totally different, which was not something the Bluecoats always did. We're kind of in our niche there with jazz and all the thoughts, but in this new millennium, we've started to become an ever-changing process, and I think that's so awesome. And nothing about tradition and the understanding of where we've come from, but it's nice to know that we've been able to break out of that more so, I think, than anybody else in our activity. And I don't just mean the recent years of the costume change, but just how we're able to produce something totally different is still amazing to me. Going on with that, just to see the progression of what the Bluecoat is, Yeah, it's amazing to me that we're still here and thriving as a name in the entire activity.